help our friends too. Ethan, I forgot I would just want to recap what we've done so far, right? We wrote on your paper. Read to me what you have on your paper, starting from the top.
Title, I have focus, question mark. I have table of contents. I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Right. Okay, good. So I'm going to share my screen with you. And let's take a look at this book. Plant defenses. Okay. So Ethan, I'm going to be right now, I'm going to be a student and I'm going to show you, or not even a student, just a person reading a book and knowing that I have to take a quiz, right? And so I'm going to go through my thought process and you can go through it with me, okay? And then you can repeat it when you do quizzes. So the first thing I see on my paper is what, Ethan? Look at your paper. What's the first thing you see on your paper? Whoop, I can't hear you.
Title,
Yeah.
obviously all of it.
What is the first thing you wrote down on your paper at the top?
Oh, title.
Title, me too. Okay, so now we're going to think about the title. What does the title say? For some reason, I'm not hearing you so well, Ethan. Can you talk nice and loud for me?
Defenses.
What does the title say?
Plant defenses.
Plant defenses. What does that mean to you?
Like, what the?
Yeah, like what do you think?
How plants protect themselves?
Yeah, me too. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, great job. So now we've already thought, we know this book is probably, we don't know. You do because you read it. But this book is probably going to be about how plants defend themselves. So we've already got our brain activated. Okay, the next thing on your list says what? What is the next thing you wrote down? Focus question. Yes. So I'm going to click to the next page. Whoops, I got this bar in my way. Hold on, sweetie. The next page says plant defenses again. And here's the focus question. This is really going to help us. We don't have to answer it yet, but it's going to make us think in the right direction for answering the quiz questions. Can you read it to me?
What ways do plants defend themselves?
Yeah. So that's what the author wants us to think about. How do plants defend themselves? Okay, that's good. We got that. What does the next thing on your list say?
On the table of contents.
Okay, so I'm going to go to the table of contents. And you know something? The table of contents is really good for me. When I read a book, I just look it over quickly because it makes me understand what I'm going to read, what the order is, and it starts giving me ideas about what the author's going for. So I'm going to read it real quick. Table of contents, introduction, thorns, prickles, and spines. Okay. Stinging plants, poison plants. Oh, I don't know about this one. Hidden plants. Okay. Other defenses. And then conclusion. Do you know what a conclusion is?
Yeah, it's like the finishing part.
Yeah, like where the author kind of wraps it up and kind of re-says what they want you to know, right? They kind of say it again at the end. And then what about glossary? Do you know what that is?
It's like all the words, all of the like keywords and stuff.
Yeah, and what do they do with the words there?
They like say what they mean.
You got it. You already know about glossary. That's really good. Okay, so now I feel kind of ready because I just looked over that quickly. And when I'm not talking with another person, it even goes faster, Ethan. So when you read a book, if you go through the table of contents, it's a quick, easy way to get your brain really ready to learn and then take that quiz. So here I go. I'm going to kind of read the book quickly because I know you've already read the book and I don't want to take up too much time, but I'm going to do something called skimming. Defend themselves. Okay. So this talks about how animals defend themselves. Plants can't bite, fight, or run away. However, they have many other ways to protect themselves. All right. One thing that's important in books is on the very first page of the book, the author usually gives you what they're going for. I see here that they're comparing animals to plants, and we think animals can defend themselves with claws and teeth, but they're making the point that plants can also defend themselves, and it says they have many other ways to protect themselves. So I'm guessing the author is going to tell us what those are, because the first page is kind of the most important page usually. Okay, I mean, at least to get us organized, you know? Thorns,
Um,
prickles, and spines. Now I know I'm going to learn about this, so I always read the headers. Some plants grow thorns in their branches. Animals that try to eat them can get cut or scratched. Some trees have long thorns that keep animals away. Okay, and there's a hawthorn tree. Ooh, look at those. Those are, look. I would not want to try to eat that. Ouch. Roses and some other plants have prickles on the stems. Prickles are different from thorns. Prickles grow out of a plant's soft stem. Most often, prickles grow on small shrubs and flowering plants. Thorns usually grow on trees or large shrubs. Well, I'm doing a think aloud, so you know what I'm thinking. I personally have grabbed onto a rose and been stabbed by one of those thorns, and it wasn't a pleasant experience. So I can see how it would make an animal not want to chew on it. That would hurt. Okay, barrel cactus. All barrel cactus have many spines. Some barrel cactus have spines that are curved at the end like fish hooks. Okay, these are spines then. Some plants have spines to defend themselves. Some plants are covered in spines to protect them from being eaten. Spines look and feel like thorns, but they are different. Okay. Amazing spines. Oh, wow. Look at it. It's called the hairy cactus. I can see why. Okay, it's covered with white hair like strands. Huh. A cactus spine is actually a special kind of leaf. Oh, a cactus spine is a kind of leaf. Cactus plants usually live in hot deserts. Regular leaves may dry out in the hot sun, but sunlight and heat bounce off of spines. Got it. Okay. So in a hot desert, the spines keep people from wanting to touch it, and also they keep it cooler because the sun bounces off. Okay, do you see how I'm thinking aloud to myself on each page, Ethan?
um,
I'm saying out loud what I learned. You should do it too because it really helps later. It helps you remember. Okay, this plant is stinging nettle. Can you see it big enough or do you want me to make it bigger, honey?
it's fine.
It's fine. Okay. Stinging nettle. All right, so this is okay. Breakage point, stinging fluid, leaf surface, solid base of hair. Stinging nettles are also known as common nettles. They've been used to treat muscle pain for hundreds of years. Whoa. All right, I know if I read this header, we're learning about stinging plants, and I also kind of got that idea here. Stinging plants have hairs that can poke animals that are trying to eat them. Inside each hair is a small tube with stinging fluid. The tip of this tube breaks easily. When an animal bumps the hair, the tip breaks off and shoots fluid into the animal. Each leaf of a nettle plant has hundreds of stinging hairs. I've actually felt this before, but I didn't know it was a liquid that went into me. I just thought it was like stabbed me and then like maybe stayed in my skin, but I didn't realize it was a liquid that had been injected into me. The fine hairs on stinging nettles can cause a painful rash. Okay, that's cool to learn. Poison plants. The berries of the deadly nightshade may look edible but are very poisonous. Okay. Some plants make poison to protect themselves. Eating one of these plants can cause an animal to get. Oh, do you need a minute, Ethan? Ethan, honey, if you need a pause, it's okay, but just say something like this to me. Oh, pardon me for 1 second, Miss Heather. Okay, something like that, so I know what's going on. Okay. Were you able to hear me say that?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Some plants make poison to protect themselves. Eating one of these plants can cause an animal to get sick or even die. Deadly nightshade makes a powerful poison. This poison is found in all parts of the plant. Eating just one leaf can kill a large animal. Oh my gosh. Do you know that poisonous plants are not poisonous to every animal? The peppermint plant smells and tastes good to people, but it's harmful to insects. I did not know that, actually. Oh, good. This is the part I didn't know from the table of contents. Hidden plants. Some plants hide from animals by blending in with the ground where they grow. The living stone plant grows in dry, rocky ground among pebbles and stones. This plant looks just like another small stone. This one, I guess this is it, huh? Do you agree? What do you think, Ethan?
Yeah.
I'm seeing these look like real stones to me. These look a lot like stones, but they look a little different. So I'm guessing this is the plant.
It's a rock.
Yeah. You think this is a rock?
No, that's not a rock. That's a leaf.
That's a.
But surrounded by rocks.
Yeah, surrounded by rocks, so it's trying to look like a rock. That's interesting. Um, the living stone plant grows in dry, rocky ground among pebbles and stones. This plant looks just like another small stone. Animals do not see it as something to eat. Well, that's a clever way to defend. Oh, Ethan, I feel like you're not with me because your eyes aren't up. What are you doing there, buddy? Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Other defenses. When an animal bumps a touch me not plant, the plant folds up its leaves. Oh my gosh, look at the difference. That's dramatic. You see it?
Yeah.
That's crazy. The thin folded leaves do not look as tasty as full leaves. That's true. Also, a plant that moves may scare away an insect. Oh, yeah, a plant that moves might scare away an insect or other animal trying to eat it. Yeah, an animal might get freaked out if all of a sudden the leaves moved and it looked like this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to put your pen down, or what is that in your hand, sweetie? You can play with it as long as your eyes are up with me. If you're looking down at it, I'll ask you to put it to the side. But if you look up with me, it's okay if you want to hold it in your hand. Okay. Okay, honey. Oop, I can't hear you. Yeah. Okay. Let me hear your voice. Okay. Thanks, Ethan. All right. What the heck? Okay. Tobacco plant, tobacco hornworm, big-eyed bug. The tobacco plant plays a trick on the pests that eat it. When an insect bites a leaf, remember you're going to say, hold on, Miss Heather.
Yeah, Heather.
You back? Everything's okay? Okay, good. Okay, the tobacco plant plays a trick on the pests that eat it. When an insect bites a leaf, the plant sends out a special smell. This smell invites enemies, such as the big-eyed bug, to eat the invading insect. Okay, wait a minute. That's wild. So this worm bites the leaf. The leaf puts out a smell that this bug likes. So this bug comes toward the smell and then it eats this worm. So the worm doesn't keep eating the leaf. That's wild. That's a big trick. I mean, that's a very smart plant.
Oh.
You need a minute?
Where is it? Oh. Oh.
Okay. This says the scent from the chewed leaf of the tobacco plant attracts the big-eyed bug, a predator of the tobacco hornworm. Yeah. Okay. Conclusion. Oh, they're going to wrap it up for us now. Prickly pear cactus, New Mexico thistle. Oh, that's pretty. That's a pretty one. Agave. Oh, agave. I know. I've eaten agave. It's like sweet, like sugar. Conclusion. Plants might look defenseless at first, but they have powerful defenses to help them survive. Even without claws or horns like some animals, plants can protect themselves. We heard almost that same sentence in the beginning. Okay, good. So now we know. We got an idea about this book. I feel pretty good about it. Here's the glossary. We can come back to these words if we need to. Okay, so I want to go to the quiz and take this quiz. Actually, I would normally click the done button, right, to get my stars and so the teachers could see I read the book, right? Okay, so now let's go back in and look at the quiz together. I'm going to show you how I would take the quiz, okay? I'm going to show you when I would look back in the book and also what I would do with my notebook, Ethan, okay? What is the most likely reason the author wrote plant defenses? Okay, first what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the choices. If I know the answer for sure, I'm going to answer it. So here I go, and I'm going to read all four every time. Always I read all the answer choices. Why? What is the most likely reason the author wrote plant defenses? To warn the reader about the dangers of touching plants. Okay, I feel like they did talk about that a little bit, but that wasn't the whole point of the book, is warning the reader on every page. So, and it wasn't always about touching plants. Okay, I'm going to keep going. To explain to the reader the steps to identifying different plants. No, they didn't talk about the steps of identifying plants at all. To convince the reader... What, honey? What, Ethan? Do you disagree? It's okay if you disagree.
No, wait, I'm reading it.
Oh, okay. To convince the reader that plant defenses are better than animal defenses. No, I don't think they were trying to convince me that plant defenses are better. Just that they had some. Just like animals have some, and they were saying plants have some too. So D, to inform the reader about different defenses used by plants. This feels like the answer to me, because that was like even the first sentence in the book and the conclusion. They said plants have ways to defend themselves. So I feel solid on D. I don't even feel like I need to go back and look for that one. How do you feel?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to write down D. You can write down D too. Okay, number 2. The author believes that plants...
defenses and can protect themselves.
What, honey?
I just read it.
Oh, you read it. Good. Plants have defenses that can protect themselves. Okay, I think that could be true. You want to read the next one?
Plants have defenses, but they are still helpless.
I didn't hear them talking much about helplessness, but maybe.
Defenses are better than plant defenses.
I didn't get that vibe. It was really not really about animal defenses at all. It was really focusing on plant defenses. You want to read this one?
Oh, plants that sting are better protectors than the one with thorns.
Than plants with thorns. Okay, well that was... The author believed... I don't think they ever said stingers are better than anything else. They did talk about stinging plants and plants with thorns, but they didn't say one was better than the other, right? Let me go look and see on the page with the thorns. Thorns. Animals try to eat them. Prickles. Spines. They look and feel like thorns, but they're different. It doesn't say that they're better. So I'm going to go back to the quiz. I don't think it was D. Okay, I think that... Whoop, I didn't mean to click D, but plants have defenses and can protect themselves. That seems like the answer to me, but I don't know what you think.
A or B.
A or B?
D.
A or what?
D.
D. Okay, for me, I just looked in the book to see if they said that plants that sting are better than plants with thorns, but I didn't see them saying that. Do you want to look again?
It's fine. They click D.
Stinging. You want to look at D?
Yeah, let's click D.
Oh, you mean to answer? No, I'm not going to click D because I don't feel like that's the right answer. So I'm going to check in the book. I don't want to click this answer because I don't remember them saying that one was better than another. So I'm going to go look. I already looked at thorns. It didn't say thorns are better. Now I'm going to go double check and look at stinging plants. Ethan, are your eyes with me? Do you need a minute? All right. In the table of contents, it tells me which page right. Oh, where are you, Ethan? Be with me, okay, buddy? And the table of contents, I can go quick and look where stinging plants are. Page 9. I don't even have to. I can just click fast like that. Stinging plants have hairs that poke. The stinging fluid, the tip of this tube breaks easily. When an animal bumps off, it shoots into the animal. And so they told me about it, but they didn't say it's better than anything. Would you agree? I can't find those words in here that the stinging plant is better than thorns. So I can't click that answer because that would just be my opinion. Here it says the author believes that. And the author believes, I think, that plants have defenses and can protect themselves because that's what the whole book is about, right? Poison, stinging, thorns, spines. It's like all kinds of defenses for plants. So I'm going to click A. 3. Stinging plants blank. Shoot out poison as an animal or person passes by. Will only sting humans, not animals. Only live in jungles. Have hairs.
D.
What, B?
D.
D. Have hairs that can poke animals that are trying to eat them. I think you're right, too. I'm going to look quick. Stinging. Table of contents.
Oh, wait. What was 2? It was A, right?
Oh, yeah. 2 was A. Good job, Ethan. You're on it. And 3, we think is going to be D. Have hairs that can poke. I'm even going to write hairs that poke so I can go find that. That way I don't have to remember what I'm looking for. Hairs that poke. Stinging. Look at the table of contents will tell us where stinging is. It says page 9. And look, I can go so fast now to page 9. Okay. They have hairs that can poke. It says it right there. Animals. The same word. So now we know, right? We found it. Stinging plants have hairs that can poke animals. And here in the quiz it said, stinging plants have hairs that can poke animals. So D is, I think it's the correct answer. You agree?
Yeah.
Okay. Number 4.
No, you didn't click it.
Oh, I didn't? Thank you, Ethan. Thanks for helping me, honey. 4. The author includes photographs to show blank. How beautiful plants can be, how dangerous and scary plants can be, examples of different types of plant defenses, how plants grow and change. What do you think?
C.
I think so, C. I'm going to write down C, but let's check it. And let's go see if the pictures show examples of the plant defenses. It will only take us a few seconds because all we have to do is, yep, there's an example of a plant defense. Yup. I see a pattern, don't you? You were correct. I think it's also C. Okay, we're already on number 5. What is the effect of a pest eating a tobacco plant? Oh yeah, remember this one?
Wait, the plant stings the pest, or the plant moves and scares the pest. The plant senses smell. That one. B.
I remember that. I don't even have a question. Do you?
Nope.
So we don't have to go check that one because we're positive. 6. The
The
needles.
needles are shaped parts of some plants that are actually leaves and
are called blank.
Needles. It's called prickles, right? No.
You know what? I'm not sure either. Let's go check because I remember that page where they said it was leaves. I remember that page, I think. So let's go look real quick. Wait a minute. What was it? What did the question say? Needle-shaped, and I'm going to put leaves. I'm going to write it down, Ethan, so I don't have to keep coming back to look. I'm going to write down needle-shaped, and then I'm going to write leaves, so that though I can get those words to help me remember. Okay, let's go find out what those are called. You ready? You need a minute, honey? You're okay? Okay. So here we go. Let's check that one out. Needle-shaped plant leaves. Okay, doesn't tell us here in the table of contents, but we can just skim through together. Okay. Let's see. I think it was on this page. Okay, see, I see the word leaf. A cactus spine is actually a special kind of leaf. And they do look like needles, so maybe that's it. Well, I wonder if the answer is spine. Oh, are you getting distracted, honey? Do you want my help?
No.
No? You okay? Okay. So this says a cactus spine is actually a special kind of leaf. So spine might be the answer. I'm going to write down spine. And let's go.
Spine was like C, right?
Okay, good. Let me go see. I don't remember. Yes.
Oh, I knew it.
Good job, Ethan. You're going to be so good at this. Okay, 7. So wait a minute. I forgot to write down
Wait,
C.
are you in my account?
Nope, this is mine.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do I still have to do it?
No, because you've already done it with me. Okay?
Okay.
Don't worry. Okay. Let's do number 7. The living stone plant. Oh yeah, I remember this. Protects itself by blending.
Blending into the ground.
Okay. I'm always going to read all 4 though. Moving, stinging. Whoops, I didn't mean to click it. Running away. I agree with you, and I don't feel like I need to look because we really looked at the picture carefully and processed that, so we know it.
It was like into rocks. It was like
that was that rock picture. Yep, totally. Number 8. So sometimes, Ethan, when you take the time to really think and look when you're going through the book, it pays off in the quiz. You see what I mean? Because we didn't even have to go back and look for that one. We just knew it. All right.
I have a pattern on mine. It says DADCDCA.
I see it too. That's funny. Okay.
The next one might be D or C. Or A.
You know, they really don't usually follow a pattern. But it could be. I mean, it's probably just a coincidence.
Yeah.
Why do cacti not have leaves? I kind of remember this. Let's see.
The leaves will dry up in the desert sun.
That's what I remember too. They said that, and I don't even feel like I feel positive. What about you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's not waste time going to look because we already know.
DABC.
Yeah. But I do want to just read these. I just want to read these in case. The leaves could not protect the cacti. The cacti do not like how leaves look. No. Okay, I still agree that it's B too. Okay, let's do 9.
If an animal eats a plant that makes poison, the animal
blank
will no longer be thirsty, won't be full of envy, will not be afflicted. Oh yeah, D.
Yeah, do you remember that plant where they said even one leaf could kill a large animal? So I agree. I don't feel like I need to look. Do you?
No.
No, I think we'll get that right even if we don't check it. Because if we're not sure we're going to get it right, Ethan, it's always a good idea to just check it. But we don't have to check that one. What causes a touch-me-not plant to fold up its leaves? Oh, you remember that part?
It's an animal bumps into it.
Okay,
I think.
Let's read all the choices and make sure. A rainstorm.
A rainstorm, an animal bumps into it. Cold weather, nighttime. I think it's B.
Yeah, me too. I remember they said if an animal bumps into it, it folds up its leaves. So I feel great. Wait a minute. Let me write down B.
It's DADCDCABDB.
Good. That's what I have too, Ethan. But here's the deal. I'm going to do something silly right now just so that we can practice something. I'm going to choose, on number 7, I'm going to purposefully choose a wrong answer. okay? And I'm going to, so just pretend I'm going to change, you don't have to change yours. I'm going to change my number 7 and pretend instead of A, I'm going to pretend I chose B, and I wrote it down in my book, B, okay? And here's why. Look at this. Check this out. Let's say I click done.
You passed. Now, get that perfect score.
I got a 9 out of 10, and I want to go back and get a perfect score. So,
click on the items with the red X and find a better answer to improve your score and earn more stars. Use the book as you take the quiz to help you find the best answer. When finished, click Done.
okay. I click on the X, and I know the answer isn't B now. Because I can look right here and I can see what I picked. I don't have to try to remember what I picked. You see what I mean by using the notebook? Let's say you got 2 wrong or 3 wrong. It might be really nice to be able to look back so that you already know, okay, well, that I was off track. Let me go look back in the book and find the right answer. But you know you're not going to make the mistake of clicking the same answer choice again, right? So this says the living stone plant protects itself by blank. We knew the answer was blending into the ground. If I didn't know, all I had to do is go like this. Hidden plants. Because that was blending. Page 12. Boop, boop, boop. Go fast. I had a student once who really literally would go flying through the book like this on the quizzes. Like he just was so good at checking. Hidden plants. The stone blends in and looks like a stone. Okay, I checked it. I'm going back.
Click on the item.
Blending into the ground like a stone. Okay, and now I can click done.
Hey,
wow,
do I still have to do my
perfect
3
score.
What, honey?
Do I still have to do my 3 units?
You do. You don't have to do Kids A to Z because you did it with me, but you do have to go and do your Lexia. Ethan, what do you think about this?
Good.
What, honey?
It was good.
It was good. Do you feel like the next time you try a quiz, it might be like a little bit more doable? Yeah, I would love it if you would use this process every time, because if you keep using this process, Ethan, you're going to get really good at these quizzes. Now, another thing is we changed your library today. You're going to see a new library the next time you log in. I think it might be a little bit more fun. You're going to tell us what you think next week. You won't start it today because this is the last day we're open. We're closed for the holiday tomorrow. But next week when you log in, you get a fresh start in a new library. It will look, kind of similar, and you're still going to have these quizzes where you're going to need to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But you'll follow this, okay? Ethan, I might still make a graphic organizer and send it to your parents, because if you're not with me, I want you to remember what to write on your. You can still do it yourself if you want in your notebook.
Well, I know what I'm gonna write.
You do? How are you going to remember?
Because I either read it on my tablet or I read it on my book, and I would know.
Okay, I don't want you to write it on your tablet because
I know how to Yeah.
Yeah, the reason why is because I want you to be able to look at your notes and look at your tablet at the same time.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Makes the quizzes go way faster. And it makes
there's this app called Reminders, and I can just put it as 4:30, and I can just put check your notebook or something.
Okay, that's a great idea. That's very organized. I love that idea. Ethan, you did a great job. I feel like you were right with me and that you were really starting to get the whole idea pretty quickly there. Good for you. All right, I'm going to send you to the quiet study space if you are if you're ready to do your work. Are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay, honey. I'll see you later. And next week, when you try this on your own without me, can you please have your parents text me, or when you see me in the reading room, grab me and tell me how it's going? Okay?
Cool.
And Miss Laura can practice some of this with you in your one-on-ones too. You can ask her questions and she'll help you. All right. Awesome. Awesome job, bud. I'm sending you. Adios, amigo. Oh, wait. No, wait. I'm doing it wrong. Here we go. There you go.